Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio. Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to the Sheena Metal Experience with your host, Sheena Metal, right here on LA Talk Radio.
That's right. It's the Sheena Metal Experience right here on LA Talk Radio. For more info on the show, latalkradio.com, SheenaMetalExperience.com. Don't forget to email me and let me know what you think of the show and my wonderful guest and my fabulous callers and everything under the sun that is amazing. Please let me know. If you're looking for me on social media, it's so easy. I'm just at Sheena Metal everywhere. I'm also the founder of a movement of peace, love, kindness, and unity. We're at IamRaisingTheVibration.com. And now, exciting news, at our nonprofit hub, which is RaisingTheVibration.org. I also have a spiritual practice at IamRaisingYourVibration.com and at SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. And if you feel like reaching out and talking about your hopes and wishes and dreams and ideas and intentions and prayers for the world, we have a wonderful online community for my nonprofit at TheVibrationNation.com. Please visit us there once a week here on my Sheena Metal Experience show, because I do all different kinds of things, from guests to all-female political panels we call Chicks on Politics, to more guests, anything you can imagine under the sun. And once a week we do something I like to call Lightworkers Unite, where I bring on another light worker, light bringer. Today, my wonderful shamanic friend, Rebecca Haywood. And then we open up the phone lines and we give you readings, healings, and spiritual counseling, vibrational uplift, someone to talk to, anything you want. And here's how you get on our list. You go to my cell phone. Yes, I'm giving you my actual private cell phone. Here it is. Here's the proof. 818-437-0886. Send me a text with your name and your email, and we will get you on the air if we can get to you. We have a list always, because people start filling up as soon as they see it on Facebook, but I'll be putting this link around everywhere on Facebook. So Rebecca is stuck in traffic. She comes out from Santa Monica Hills area, so it gets a little crazy in her neck of the woods trying to get over here to where we are in the beautiful San Fernando Valley. So anyway, she's going to be here. In the meantime, I'm just going to start, and we're going to get somebody ready to go, and we're going to have a blast. So, and last night, if you listen on Monday nights from 7 to 9 p.m., I do a show called Raising the Vibration. It's an outreach of my nonprofit. And we did a wonderful show last night with some great callers about how you tip the balance of the universe, which is a balance of positive and negative, into the positive. So what are you doing in your life to make sure that you're tipping the energetic vibration of the earth into the positive? And that was a lot of fun. So that's kind of a new thing I have not really done on that show is take calls. And I'm starting to do that more and more. The week before, we did a caller show about what raising the vibration means to you, and we took some great calls. So it's nice to hear back from you. I was just telling our station manager, Ronan, about this, that earlier today, that, I come from a radio background of caller call in, pick up, call in. Of course, I come from a background of mostly shock jockeying, where it was caller calls in, tells their story, I make fun of them, hang up, and go to the next one. That's not really where I'm at in my life now, but I do love taking your calls and learning from you. And I've really learned about that and fallen in love with that again through doing these Lightworkers Unite shows. So I'm going to find, more ways to incorporate call-ins to more of the show and kind of go back to my roots, which was how I originally envisioned this show when our station owner Sam and I started it 10 years ago. But at the time, it was so hard, especially during rush hour, because there wasn't a way to call from your car and there wasn't a way to listen in your car. But now almost all the cars have some kind of Apple Play or Wi-Fi hotspot of some kind. So it's like we're coming back to Wi-Fi radio is now hit drive time. And I want to incorporate all of you in that. So if you want to get on the air today, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. And what else is new? Oh, okay. Thanks to everybody who came out to our Raising the Vibration gathering on Sunday. It was awesome. Johnny Whitaker from Family Affair was my guest. He and his brothers and sisters sang a kind of a gospel song in 4-part harmony. It was gorgeous. We talked about rebirth. It was wonderful. Exciting announcement. If you haven't already seen exciting announcement on Facebook, I've been asked to join the staff of the Metropolitan Community Church, the Founders MCC in Hollywood, the original MCC, as a staff pastor. And they're bringing me in as kind of their new age / interfaith pastor. I've also joined the Los Angeles Queer Interfaith Clergy Council through my work with MCC, and I'm proud to be a part of that with so many wonderful people. And as many of you know, I'm a member of the intersex community, and I'm going to be heading up the intersex, non-binary, gender different congregational coalition. That's what I'm calling it now. It doesn't have an official name yet. They have this wonderful group called Trans Unity for all the trans folks, and there was nothing really for the intersex folks or the folks that identify gender different, non-binary, gender neutral, whatever. However, I identify female, but I'm intersex, so I'm stuck with it. Anyway, I'm going to be heading up that, and then I'm going to be pastoring, and I'm going to start with once a month doing a night called Saturday Night Spiritual, and my first one is June 15th at the Founders MCC in Hollywood. Please come. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to have a guest speaker. I'm going to have music. There's going to be a blessing. I'll have my good vibrations crystals there. Maybe some candles. It's just going to be fantastic fun and very very interfaith, very everybody's welcome, just a love fest, because I'm just all about the love fest. So that's exciting. And then August, the third Sunday in August, is it the 18th, is my 25th radio anniversary party at the Hollywood Improv. Woo! That's going to be a rager. So then there's that. Okay, so we're going to get Michelle on the phone, and I'm going to chit-chat with Michelle while we wait for Rebecca to get here. And, Rebecca's outside. Rebecca's literally outside the door right now. I see her looking down at her phone, and here she is making her grand entrance on camera, sweeping into the studio, as she often does, and finding her seat after a twirl. Oh, God, she's got her cowboy boots on. Okay, we're pushing the mic over because she has soft, dulcet tones that come out of her. We want to make sure she can be heard. Your mic is on. And we're just about to I've just done the intro stuff, and we're just about to take our first caller. Isn't your time perfect? Did you survive the traffic?
Well, yeah, Waze sent me all the way up in the foothills. I saw parts of LA I hadn't seen yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Put you up in the canyon and in the mountains?
Yeah, it was very strange. Kind of took me off of Sunset, up, and then all the way back down onto Sunset.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It was nice. I mean, it was a nice drive.
Okay.
I was a little confused by it all, but,
You have to just trust the Waze lady.
Yeah,
Usually
exactly.
she leads you to the right place. Every once in a while, the Waze lady smokes a little crack, and you wind up in the wrong place. But it doesn't happen very often. Usually you can trust her.
Lovely adventure.
I have a friend who always tells me that I need to break up with the Waze lady and start dating the Google Maps man. But you know what? He's led me to some funky places I shouldn't have been to. So
The Google Maps
the
man?
Google Maps man got me lost out.
Is Google Maps a man?
My Google Maps is a man and my Waze is a lady.
Oh.
But the Google Maps man took me down to the berths in Long Beach Harbor in the middle of the night. That was a little scary.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
That's nothing. Well, that's no place anybody
That's
wants
not a
to be.
very good man.
Except for old rusty boats and strange fish smell. I saw nothing for 10 miles except for 4 taco trucks and 3 strip clubs. So apparently that's what the longshoremen are into. Tacos and more tacos. Right. So we're going to get Michelle on the phone now, as
I'm
promised.
keep my mouth shut on that one.
You didn't have to. I set that up for you, didn't I?
You did.
Look, just because we're light workers doesn't mean we're not raunchy and a hell of a lot of fun. I don't like that whole idea of the light workers being like the humorless, all I do is sit around in a yoga position, and that's not really us. That certainly is not you with your cowboy boots. So tell me about your event you have coming up.
Oh, yeah.
While I get Michelle on the phone.
Yeah, so we're going to Teotihuacan, Mexico, August 1st through 7th, with an optional extension to Tolantongo Springs, which is these amazing waterfalls and caves. So that's happening the 7th through the 10th of August. And yeah, it's called the Shameless Heart. And yeah, check it out. Go to at Shaman Sister. You can see all kinds of posts on Instagram and on Facebook about it. And it's just really exciting. It's been inspired by the Divine Mother, actually. And of course, she would inspire the shameless heart because her heart was full of grace, right?
Of course.
Mother full of grace. But yeah, this is really about that shameless feminine that I've been talking about, and also the shameless masculine coming together.
Beautiful.
And all men get $300 off.
Wow.
I'm such a weirdo. I mean, that's what I do for Mother's Day.
Right.
I
You
give men $300 off my
Really?
trip.
Men get $300 off, like just for having a penis?
Yeah.
That sounds like everyday life for men.
Well,
Oh, you get something extra because you have a penis. Well, they already got something extra. They got a penis. I think if somebody else got a penis and all I got was a vacuous hole, then I should get $300 off.
well, I don't
doesn't really
know.
work
I
that
mean, we got extra too up top. I mean, it all balances out.
I still think for that alone, for having to cart these puppies around alone, I should get $300 off.
Hey, I just do what the mother tells me.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting because poor Michelle's like, I'm on the phone. Hang on one sec, Michelle.
Sorry,
so,
Michelle.
So I don't know if we've talked, but I got hired on at MCC as a pastor, Metropolitan Community Church, and I'm going to start an interfaith ceremony there starting in June 15th.
Yay!
And so I was having dinner with my retired friend, pastor friend Steve, senior pastor Keith, and Spanish-speaking preacher Alejandro, talking about how some folks got a little funky because for the Spanish-speaking service, they have a Guadalupe that they bring in because, MCC was founded by a lot of gay folks that got kicked out of their churches and then still wanted to be Christians. And so many of the Spanish-speaking congregation are ex-Catholics. So they want Guadalupe to hang. So they bring her in and out for the Spanish service. And I'm like, well, she can come to my interfaith service. You can bring a giant Guadalupe to my service. Bring her in.
Yeah.
She's welcome.
Guadalupe.
Bring the mother in.
She's for one and for all.
I know. But you know how people
100%.
get. Well, that's for Catholics. You know how people get. That's how people get. It's not how people should be.
Yeah.
Pick what you want. Spiritual salad bar.
Yes.
You decide what you want.
Yeah.
If you want saints and a Buddha and you want a pentagram and Ganesh and that's your salad plate, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't wear my rosary today, but normally I'll have like my rosary on. And look, I've got my little Teo sister.
Nice.
She's my little
I keep
my
a
little-
rosary in the car.
my little Tolteca.
She's not even Catholic. It's beautiful. I like her.
Isn't
Does
she
she glow in
pretty?
the dark? Is she edible? She looks like wax candy when we were kids. Is she delicious?
I think you would hurt a
Does she have
tooth on
juice
her.
inside
Oh,
her?
she's jade,
Oh.
baby. She's jade.
Okay,
You'd hurt a
never mind.
tooth on her.
Michelle, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend? Michelle?
She gave up on us.
I know. She hung up because we were too weird. All right, we're going to call her again. She might have hung up because we were too weird. We'll go find out what happened. So what are the dates for that again?
August 1st through 7th, and then the extension is till the 10th.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I never sent this to her. I thought I sent something telling her she was up first, but maybe I didn't.
Yeah,
I
the
think I
trip is
didn't.
all, shameless heart. So it's all about basically setting your heart free from shame.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Loving
So what-
others without shame, loving yourself without shame, loving
love
without
that.
blame.
So-
Loving is love untamed.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I recorded the ad for you too. I have that.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
She comes bearing her own ad. Oh, and
I
by the
do.
way, you're running an ad for me, and I brought it. When I put the thing up for today, I put I put the Shameless Feminine next to your name instead of Shaman Sister. Normally I do it, but I feel like the Shameless Feminine is more kind of where you're moving into.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited. I'm gearing up. I'm on the prowl. So if anybody wants to reach out that has a great venue, because I am on the prowl for a venue to do some almost free, in true Mexican style, almost free.
Oh, is that a
works-
Mexican thing? Almost
workshops.
free?
Oh, yeah, down in Teo. All the vendors, their
Oh.
beautiful trinkets chasing you saying, almost free.
Oh, I
almost
love
free."
almost free.
And then, like, if they get your attention and you start moving towards them,
yeah, then it's
price
not that
starts
free.
going up. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's very much like I actually wrote a blog about it because just like the perfect mirror for one's spiritual path. The closer you get to your freedom, the price starts going up, at least in your mind, because of the investment that you put on it.
I would think that would be the best part of a trip like that for me would be all the trinkets.
All the shopping.
Because I do like trinkets.
Such good
spiritual
shopping.
trinkets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's power shopping there.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, just think about it, with all the energy of the pyramids behind you.
Oh.
I mean, they're conspiring for you to get the best absolute trinkets you can
It's
find.
what's really good deals.
Yeah, good deals. And there's also some really cool like relics you can find. And there's just beautiful artisans. I mean, this piece was bought for me by my dear sweet sister, Teresa, in Teo, by a local artisan. So, and I, of course, know all the best shops.
How long have you been doing this, and why this place every time? Because you could go to a different place every time.
Yeah, well, I've been going to Teotihuacan since I was a kid, since I was 21.
Okay.
That was my first trip there. And of course, I went as a student of Don Miguel Ruiz,
Uh-huh.
for the first probably 7 years. And then, yeah, he kind of started enlisting me as a teacher and guiding. And I just love it there. It really, it's alive. You know, I've been to Egypt as well, to the pyramids there, but the pyramids here in Teotihuacan, it's alive because the people still worship them. They still say their prayers in earnest. They still make the walk there, you know.
Yeah.
So the energy is very much alive there, and the whole city, it's called the City of Pyramids. It also translates as the place where man becomes God.
Oh.
And so it's set up as a map for your transformation, for your spiritual transformation.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very misunderstood, but it's becoming more and more understood. And actually, in the last 3 years of what they've uncovered, they're starting to change their story about it, that they thought it was a patriarchal society, but now they're understanding that it was more of a matriarchy.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked.
Right.
Do I look shocked?
Right. Us women are never
Can you
shocked
tell how
by
truly
that.
shocked I am there? What? It turned out women were in charge?
That's right.
What kind of heresy is this?
I know. Right.
Okay, we're actually, I don't know where Michelle is, but we're getting, we're going to get Crystal on with us right now. I
Ooh,
think she may be
Crystal.
here. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Great. It's good to have you with us. So nice to have you on the show with us. Say
thanks
hi to
for having
Rebecca,
me.
and how may we help you?
Hello, love.
I don't even know. I have so many questions.
Okay. That's fine. You just start with one and you put one foot in front of the other, baby.
Okay. I've had a really crappy month. I'll start with that.
Okay.
And is this going to go away? Because I don't like it.
Of course. Yes. That's the nice thing about crappy months is they always go away.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
And then do you see anything about my family by chance?
You guys are having some problems?
No. My parents are passed away.
Oh, you want to locate
And,
people that have passed. I thought you meant you wanted to talk about the living ones.
Oh, no, they're awesome. I love them. They're great.
Okay.
We're a little family. We're great.
Okay. That's wonderful. Nobody's arguing with anybody right now?
No.
Huh. Where did that come from? Who's arguing with somebody? Is that like is that a friend? Is that somebody in your chosen family?
No, I don't think so.
In this crappy
I
month?
mean, we all yell at each other. We're a yelling family. We just like
Oh,
to yell a lot.
Okay. Well, that's what I guess I'm seeing. I guess I come from a family where yelling is, oh my God, someone's mad at someone. All right. Okay.
Oh, no. We're not mad.
That's my own weird. Ignore my weird. You want to talk to your parents?
I would, yeah. Or are they
Okay.
around me?
Well,
Or
they're
I
always
miss them
around
so
you.
much.
I mean, your mom especially is always around you. I mean, all the time.
Aw.
They keep asking me to ask you about the crappy month, but they didn't say the word crappy. Why do you, two things about the crappy month. One is, why do you feel like it's never going to end? And the other thing is, why do you feel like part of it is your fault?
I don't know. I just usually I'm pretty easygoing, and everything kind of goes, with the flow. And this month is just like, if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong for me. I ripped the end of my finger off. Just thing after thing. It's just irritating me.
You literally took the end of your finger off, or is that a euphemism?
Yes. No, I really did, and it's awful.
Okay.
And that's right. It's really getting to me, not having my finger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still there. I put it back, but I can't use it for, I think, 6 weeks. I have to wait.
Okay.
I love to bake. I'm a baker. It's like killing me. I can't do anything.
Right. But it'll be back.
I just don't want to.
It'll be back. Okay.
I'm
All
so
right.
excited to talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm nervous.
No, we're loving that you're talking to us. This is totally great. So, yeah, okay. So, do you feel like you caused the finger thing?
It was just a freak accident. It was so weird, and I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Okay.
And I just feel like I'm in a funk. I feel like I'm in a funk, and I've saged, and I've done everything I know to do, and I just
Okay.
don't feel right.
All right. So, a couple of things that your mom is telling me. First of all, that you can be very impatient. That you can be very. She's saying like. The word I'm hearing is self-defeating. I know that's not the right word, and you're not going to agree with that, but that's the word I keep hearing. Like you, when things start to go bad, it's almost like you can kind of get in a little bit of a rut, and you have to pull yourself. And she wants you to like not be so hard on yourself. She said you blame yourself too much, and you're too hard on yourself for everything. And you need to not be so hard on yourself, and you need to not think that things happen just because of something you did or something that you caused or something that. Because the truth is things happen just because, and there's a reason why this thing happened with your finger. You need it to slow down a little bit and be fingerless.
No.
For a short period of time, not forever, not fingerless forever, for a short period of time, so that you could take some time to work on other things that don't require fingers. And then you can go back to baking like a mad thing. But you needed some time to sit in the stillness, sweetheart.
You sound like my husband. He's like, you need to learn how to meditate, hon.
Yeah.
This is your time. Because I'm so bored.
Yeah.
I hate sitting and doing nothing.
Right. You need to learn to sit, love, in the stillness and just be, and work on your spiritual side. You don't need all your fingers to do that. I know, because I've been doing it for the last 4 months with no knees. So I know you don't even need knees for it. So, just sitting in a place of gratitude and appreciation and be thankful that this happened with your finger. Because I knew you were going to do that. You're going to make that, like I always say, when your cat smells something bad and it makes that face, like,
yeah,
I could feel you making the face with the tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
But just be thankful and find the miracle in why it happened, in what this quiet time, this 6 weeks of chill is going to be for you.
Okay.
I
will try. I will try my hardest.
Rebecca?
Well, I had a moment of giggling because when you asked the question, what came to me was, in that quote unquote crappy month, there was something you left behind. And so I was going, what was it she left behind that she needs to go back for? And it's the tip of your finger.
Yes, exactly.
But this is a metaphor, and it is very much speaking to the stillness, the slowing down, the patience. And it's, it is a time for you to harvest that, to sit with that, to be still. To be in the emptiness, to be in the not doing. And it's not just to expand yourself spiritually, but rather to bring that, to really adopt that place of stillness and bring that forward into your busyness, because it's going to come back. Okay, your finger is going to heal, right? But it was taken from you for a reason, and so I think the message of what you need to go back for is actually to go back to that moment that it happened. Because what I see is that in that moment, there was a lesson. And that's what you don't want to repeat, right? And so unless you go back for that moment, you're going to repeat this in some way. Not necessarily with each finger. But
I hope not.
You understand you're going to repeat this in some way. And what I see is that kind of that rushing, that impatience, that not quite being present with the moment. Okay. And that's what, to me, stillness is. It's not a lack of action. Okay. But it's a presence, a mindfulness into what you are doing. Okay. There's a book that you may enjoy. It's one of the first spiritual books that I read, and it's called Being Peace, like peace, like the peace sign. Being Peace by Thich Nhat Hanh. who's a Buddhist. And it's really a lovely book that speaks about mindfulness and what I would call active meditation. So he is instructing you on how to bring meditation into your daily acts of life, your daily chores. Just washing dishes can be a meditation. So it's bringing mindfulness into that action of washing dishes and being there in that moment. So I suggest you read that book and put it into practice. Because, it doesn't have to be, spirituality doesn't have to be as boring as just like sitting in one position with your eyes closed. You know what I mean? Telling your mind to shut up. Spirituality.
Yeah, that's very difficult for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's not for everyone, and that's one way of doing it. And it's certainly one of the gateways if you're really looking for that epic spiritual journey. But for daily practice and being human in the divine or divine in the human, this is a beautiful book to just bring that mindfulness to your daily life.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I recommend that, and I think you'll really understand when you read that book. You'll kind of have that aha moment. Go back to that moment where you slice the tip of your finger off and see where your attention was, because that's the lesson in it. When your attention isn't present, then there you go. You're going to leave something behind in that moment.
Yeah.
And you're lucky it was just the tip of your finger. You're lucky it was just the tip of your finger and you weren't in the car with your kids in the back. And,
imagine if your penis had gotten cut off and then you realized that you weren't going to get a discount on Rebecca's getaway to Mexico. If you don't have a penis, you pay more.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm very thankful now.
Now I'm going to have to inspect.
I just want to say, because
discount inspections.
Yeah, because I'll be in charge of that. I want to make sure you can get a discount. Come over here, baby. But don't write a Me Too story about me. It was only for spirituality. It was only for finances. Let me say also, sweetie, because I don't want you to think I'm all like, foofy la la, namaste. This has been a batshit crazy month. There has been some really crazy energy going on surrounding this full moon in Scorpio that just happened, and people have been in frigging sane. So if you're feeling that on top of your finger that flew off for no reason, yeah, it's there's a lot going on out there. So don't beat yourself up. Have you felt that? The crazy?
Yes.
Yeah.
This has been just this month has been very I'm very feely, but just hard. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how I feel.
Yeah. Well, you're very empathic, so you're feeling everybody's feels.
I hate it.
You don't like
No,
feeling
I love
the feels?
it. I love it when it's good stuff and not bad stuff.
Oh, you don't like feeling
I don't
the feels?
like the lack of feeling.
Really? Okay.
I feel too much. I'm a total hermit. I don't go anywhere because I don't know how to turn it off or.
Yeah, my mom did that. It didn't serve her that great.
Yeah.
You got to get out amongst
Hard for me
people.
to
Don't hermit. That's not good. Because you know what happens when you hermit? Your finger falls off.
I know, you do too much and then you cut your finger off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that Thich Nhat Hanh book is really going to help you actually, because for me, I'm a very, very empathic individual, and what has helped me to be able to be out and amongst the crazies and not have to feel all the feels is that presence with myself. If you are fully inhabited in yourself, then you really get to have a choice. You really get to have a choice. And there's less of a void, right? You're less of just this kind of blank canvas for all the feelings of the world to paint themselves upon you, you see? So that presence and that mindfulness with yourself is really going to give you that choice. And also it's going to help you to delineate between what's yours and what's theirs. Because that's half the battle of empaths who aren't quite awake on this planet, is that we really struggle. It's like, I know for me, when I'm going through something, it is really tough for me to then also differentiate between what is mine and what is theirs. So that mindfulness of being present with yourself and being mindful of your own crap, right, will then be like, oh yeah, this stinks like mine and that stinks like theirs. Got it.
Jeez,
And
Rebecca.
then you won't, I know, right? Then you won't take it home with you.
Okay.
You know, because when you know it's not yours, it can't stick to you.
Yeah. And also universe
Okay.
wants you to know, since we're just really butting into your business, that sweetie,
thank you.
it's time for you to get out amongst people more.
Ah.
I know.
Okay. Oh, it's so hard.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try.
Time to do that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we both of us have certainly been victim in our lives of isolating too much. And we can both tell
Okay.
you that it's not a good idea. As a matter of fact, I've gotten so used to not isolating now that now I don't do it, even though my natural go-to is like my favorite day is when I get to sit at home and get caught up on TV on my bed with the cat on my lap and just get caught up on work from home. I don't mind working all day, but it's amazing when I get to do it with the door shut in my house and no one talking to me and not having to say a word to anyone. Not that I don't love talking to people, and I do it all day long, but that I'm an introvert at heart. So that going home and closing the door, that's my favorite place, alone. Yeah. So, but that's why we have to fight to stay out amongst people all the time. You're going to be fantastic. Thank you for being our first call today. And
Thank you, love.
we love you, and we're wishing only good, wonderful things for you, sweetheart.
And your finger.
We want your finger to grow back. We're going to say some prayer. We're going to say some prayers for your finger to grow back.
I hope it was her middle finger. We never asked.
Oh, yeah. I think it probably. You're a bad girl today, aren't you? What's going on with you, bad girl?
It's the Scorpio moon. What kind of fun?
It was a crazy moon, right?
Oh my God. It was so
my
yummy.
God, it was
It
such
is
a.
so yummy.
It was, yeah. Well, you know what? I guess it was yummy for a Scorpio, but I could have lived without all the people telling me to go F myself the whole week. So.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I did kind of isolate.
Yeah.
Well, only because Bruins, had a break from hockey. So.
Oh, that's right. Have you been at a lot of games slamming the glass with your stick?
With my stick? No, I've been at this wonderful little Irish pub, Sonny McLean's in Santa Monica, watching the games there. It's just this great Boston haunt. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
so I've been
wonderful.
yelling at the TV there and drinking pear cider.
Oh, okay.
Well, black velvet. Black velvets and then pear ciders.
So you have not been isolating?
No, up until, let's see, when was the last game? I don't remember now. But anyway, just I've only taken like the last 5 days off, I think, from the world. But and a great creative, wonderful. But there was a sense of like, don't go out there. So maybe it was that Scorpio moon and that Scorpio sense, protecting me.
Nice.
Yeah, don't go out there.
That's fantastic.
They're crazy. So you had a lot of FUs coming at you.
I did. Yeah, it's been kind of a strange time.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but I don't really understand what's going on at all. We'll have a nice talk at dinner.
We will.
Yes.
I suspect as much.
I feel like sometimes, like, the Charlie Brown Halloween and everyone gets the candy and he gets the rock. I have such a beautiful, blessed life, but it seems like every time I really feel like I'm ascending and I feel like I'm in such a good place in my life, 2 or 3 people just tell me to F off. I don't understand. Maybe somebody listening today can tell me what it is about me that chaps the ass of some people. But it just seems like, I'm so happy right now. I'm doing the universe's work all the time. I'm spending my life in service. I will walk out of a movie to help a client. I mean, I really am. I'm going to I'm a pastor. I mean, everything I'm doing is about service. And then out of the blue, I don't really understand it, but I think I'm gotten to the point where I don't even want to understand. It's just become the normal,
Well, I don't agree with that last
Okay.
bit, and we're definitely talking about this over dinner.
Okay. Well, all right.
For
okay.
sure.
So we're going to get Nikki on the phone. Nikki's like, I don't want to follow that crazy shit. What's that about?
Nikki, do you have an answer for Sheena?
Exactly. Well, it's just
Let's
a
just turn the
strange
tides on
thing.
these poor callers.
When
Give
you're in-
us advice, please. We
You
need
give
your
us
advice.
readings
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
because we're in peril.
We're putting you to work.
No, it's not true. Nikki, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being on with us.
Hi, Nikki.
Of course. Thank y'all.
What can we do for you, my friend?
Well, okay, so the question that I have, my life is going really well as far as my kids and job and everything like that, but I'm just wondering about like relationship wise.
Okay.
What do you guys see?
Okay. Are you're looking to get into a relationship? For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you not seeing anybody right now, or you're just not considering what you're doing a relationship?
I'm not seeing anybody right now.
Okay. What's the lingering thing? There's a lingering thing that's still happening from a past relationship then. Because it feels like there's lingering energy, but it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not secure. It's not like an actual committed thing.
No, not that I can think of. I mean, like I don't know. I have a crush on a guy, but that's not really.
Okay.
But other than that, no. I mean, there's not really anything lingering.
Well, that's lingering. You've got a crush on a guy,
Is
but
it?
it's not actually happening yet. That's lingering around in your soul, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you do have quite a crush, don't you?
I do. I'm smitten.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's hella sexy. But he's a little hard to wrangle in, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's there's a little bit of an aloofness to him.
Yes.
And so
Very much.
the secret is not two secrets, sweetie. One is to not get discouraged, and one is to not try to make it something it isn't faster than it is. To try to like push it or push him, because it's just not going to end well. You know, it really has to play out in its own time. Are you hoping that one of us can see something different for you than that? Or because it feels like you put a lot of your emotional eggs in that basket.
No, it's not that. It's not necessarily even with him necessarily. It's just, I don't know. I'm just really lonely and looking for a relationship. You know, like I've been divorced for several years now, and I don't know. I'm just looking for something other than, you know, I go home and I go to work and I go to school, and that's just a cycle, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes when we're looking for it, that's when it's very hard to. You know, when we're looking for it is sometimes when it's not happening.
That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very true.
Rebecca?
What I'm seeing, sweetheart, is that the door isn't open for relationship because you haven't opened it completely. And
what do you mean?
So there's a door that's shut on behalf of your kids. Does that make any sense to you? And what I mean by shut door, just that you're not really actually allowing it to happen. Like you're not really quite going for it. You're not quite sure and giving yourself permission is what I'm seeing. A permission piece that you, mom, are allowed.
No, you're absolutely right.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the door that needs to open, and then everything else will come, whether it's this guy or another. That's not for me to say right now. That's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is this closed door, and that's up to you to open, because it's an illusion. It's not truth. Okay. You have every right to have love in your life again. You have every right to even just go have fun and it not be about love and relationship, to just go have fun. Get your fun on, girl.
Yep.
You know, you are allowed. You are a vibrant woman. Okay. And just because you're a mother, that's not all you are. Okay. And you know that you will make the right choice for yourself, according to your heart, and for your family. Right? You're not going to let someone into your life that is not going to be good to your children. That's a very big, big factor for you, that they are good to your children, that your children are a priority. And so you know that. You can just put that to the side and trust that. Okay? The piece that's actually closing the door is that piece of permission that you are allowed to be this vibrant woman, and really that you don't quite see yourself as that vibrant woman. Will they see me as that vibrant woman? Right.
Right.
So,
Right. Absolutely.
yeah, trust that. Make a practice. Do a little open eye meditation with a mirror, and just, really pick a mantra. The words will come to you, that speaks in the eye. The I am the sexy, vibrant woman who deserves love, affection, attention, to be treated like a queen, right? There's something about that what maybe you didn't get from your marriage, your last marriage,
Right.
that now you're getting to choose again. So speak it out loud, speak it into that mirror, feel it reflected back to you until you believe it 100%, until there's no doubt behind those eyes, and there's no doubt in that heart anymore. And then guess what? That door will be open. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And yeah, your kids are going to, have their reaction. They've been used to having mom all to themselves for a little bit now. But it's okay. You'll handle that. And they'll handle it.
I feel so guilty when I do things without my kids. Like, I feel like if I do anything fun, that it has to be with them. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah,
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the door that's shut, is that guilt is closing that door. So absolutely lift that guilt. You're calling it out right now, right in this moment. You can open that door.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
feel that right now?
More for me.
Yeah. Just do it. Take the action in spite of the guilt, because the guilt is just a reaction to an illusion, to a lie in your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
And the best way to disprove a lie is to take the action in spite of it.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you go out. I want you to find something to do. Go pick something, an event, something fun just for you without your kids, and that's happening in the next week. And I want you to go and you do it. You make it happen. And then pick another one for the next week. You just I want you to date yourself, date yourself.
Go on a hot date with yourself.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me also say, now I'm going to butt in, since
Go for it.
that you're the idea of you saying, I just want to be in a relationship. Relationships don't often come, sweetie, or the right relationships don't come, honey, when we just want to be in a relationship. Relationships come when we're so happy being in a relationship with us, and then the universe says, okay, and here's somebody who's great for you. And I only say that, just sort of watch that thinking, because sometimes when that's where you're coming from, you'll get a relationship, but you'll get something born out of desperation, which is not necessarily what you
really want.
Yeah, you need somebody who, for the first time in your life, really sees you and treats you the way that you should be treated.
Okay.
Definitely time for that.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's definitely time for that. And that's what your kids ultimately want for you too. They want you to be with the right person, just not with the person who's around because you want to be in a relationship.
Gotcha. No, you're right. And I know that. I do know that.
Because that freaks them out. That they want you to be happy. You're happy for being really happy, and not just, oh, this will do.
Can I ask an unrelated question? Do I have time to ask another question?
Sure.
How about school wise? How do y'all see that going?
School for you?
Yeah.
It's going great. Yeah, it's going great.
Okay. But
do you doubt that?
I'm just, it's just so long.
Yeah.
So long.
I know. It just seems like another thing that you're... I'm sorry?
So I'm such an overachiever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm afraid of I don't know, I'm afraid that it's just going to go on forever. I can see myself getting so caught up in schoolwork and school and getting, this degree and then going on to the next degree and the next degree. And I don't know.
That all sounds great. I think you should do that. Just
you got to roll with that.
Just try not to get overwhelmed, sweetie. You can pile so many things on yourself and put so many obligations on yourself, and then you get horribly overwhelmed.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So just give yourself a break, sweetheart. You give yourself a break, and we appreciate the call, and we love you, and you please let us know how you're doing. You've got my information. Stay in touch, and let us know how things are going. Because you just got to give yourself a break. My mom used to always say, give yourself a break, kid. Let's all take the advice of my sage Scorpio mother and give ourselves a break today. So important.
I love your sage Scorpio.
I know, right? Okay, so we're gonna get. What do I not have? Oh, do I not have Cody in here? All right, Cody, we're gonna get you on the phone in just a minute, my friend. I'm a little spun today. Why am I so spun today? It's been a strange day.
We'll just blame it on the moon.
I took a tranquilizer earlier. Is that? Can I be honest and say that's probably why?
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's probably because I was in so much pain. I've been so much better, and then I woke up today and I was just in so much pain. And I honestly
why
thought,
you don't call me and have me fix you?
You want to come fix me? I would love for you to fix me.
Fix you.
You tell me when you're going to fix me, and I'm in.
Okay.
I've done so many different things, and I was getting so much better. And then 3 days ago, man, just ow.
Did that coincide with all the people saying F you?
What happened later in the FU week, but it definitely has been an FU week. Yeah. What's up with that? Why are people so... Why you got to be so mean, as Taylor Swift so beautifully said.
At the knees.
I keep getting cut off at the knees. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, I know. I've thought about that too. That has occurred to me this week. Yep. All right, Cody, here we go. We're going to get Cody on the phone with us. If you want to get on for a reading, 818-437-0886. You send a text message, not a phone call. I can't pick up the phone. I'm already on the phone. I'm on the air. Send a text message to this thing, and we will put you in the system. Cody, welcome to the show. It's great to talk to you.
Great for you to call me back.
You bet. My pleasure.
Hi, Cody.
How's your day?
Fantastic. What can we do for you, my friend? Say hi to Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, Cody.
I don't know why I really called. Just sorry. I just woke up.
That's okay.
So what type of questions am I allowed to, what type of questions do I ask?
You can ask any question that you want to ask. You tell us what you want to ask. It's up to you. It's your time, baby.
Few questions. Is there anything you can tell me about my past brothers and how if I ever be compared to John? Let me rephrase this. Since I'm being compared to John Milton, will my writings stand the test of time?
Oh, okay. So you're writing first, right?
Yep.
Man, it's your whole thing. Please don't ever stop doing it, and you're good at it.
Okay.
When you write, the universe is saying write less about where you're worrying what other human beings are going to think, and write for the universe.
No. Yeah, it's exactly how I do it.
Good. That's what they're saying.
Laws of the universe.
Yep, that's what they're saying.
And I have questions about. I would like to get into the paranormal for a career.
Okay, great.
Any questions you can ask? Because as a child, me and my friends would go through abandoned buildings with flashlights that were a POW camps back in the day for Italians and let me rephrase that, for Japanese and German soldiers. We just go through them, and then we go down the next house that we were told was haunted, take flashlights in there, take pictures.
Yeah, I think that's great. All right, so let's talk. Excuse me. What's wrong with my throat? Let's talk about you. So
Okay.
you have gifts, right? I mean, you know that you're
Yeah.
gifted. Now, those gifts come out in your writing. So the things that you write are written to move people, even if they're not necessarily written as motivational books. There's still lessons in them to move people. The reason that you want to get
I found a way. Oh,
I'm sorry?
I was gonna say I found a way to write horror stories in the form of poetry, and
Great.
people say it's beautiful, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is a horror story. If you tell me this is tell me that
That's
this
all right.
is beautiful.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
Yep.
Because of the messages you're putting in it, sweetheart. It's all about the messages and the intention that you're putting in things. And that's what makes it beautiful. And it's the same thing with the paranormal. When you were in those places as a kid, you could feel the spirits that had been there because of your gifts, even though then you didn't really know what that was. So,
Yes.
I mean, I think at
Still
at
more
the
alive.
core of your soul, you're a writer, and that's what you should be doing. But I also think that getting into the paranormal is an outlet that you really want to investigate, and I think it's a wonderful thing for you to be involved in, and I think you should definitely do it. But I think your main thing is going to be writing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Writing, and a bunch of uncles told me that my uncle told me when I was 12 that I was going to get fired from SNL someday.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise just writing. And do you know much about seers?
About people who are seers?
Yeah, seers.
The first thing I
Have
thought
ability.
was, yeah, I think I have a tiny drum set from there. Oh no, that's Sears.
Seer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen my future play out in my sleep.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, well, that's part of the gifts of you seeing the spirits in the homes, and that's part of that sort of prophetic gift that you have is what you put into your writing.
Okay.
Absolutely, you are a seer, my friend. Does it scare you at all? Does it freak you out? Does it inconvenience you? Do you love it? It's not for everybody.
I like it. Like I knew it was real the day I had a dream that my brothers died in a fire. My dad woke me up to break the news to me. He walked out, and I'm like, "Is this some big joke? Like I just dreamt of this." And like next thing I know, my dad's shaking me, telling me your brothers are dead.
Wow, my friend. Yeah, you've got some gifts. Rebecca?
Yeah.
Rebecca's about to go.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head. Here she goes.
So you're writing. When you started out, there was a lot coming through at once, right? It was a little overwhelming. It took you some time to hone. Is that true? Yeah. And and I see that kind of that desire, that reach for the paranormal. Just the messages that is going to be very similar in that way. Bring that same skill set, that same muscle that you found that allowed you to kind of hone the channel right, of your writing, to use that with the paranormal, because you do have this relationship, even though you see into the future, it's actually a relationship with history, like the messages, the untold messages of history, the untold messages of a place and of a people, that you'll be able to dial into and put into your writing. And at first, when you go into these places, just be very mindful that it is going to be that kind of overwhelm at first. And you're going to really have to use that muscle to hone and focus, to kind of sort through everything that's coming and make a choice. Really kind of, how it's kind of like there's one voice that's a little bit clearer than the others when you're writing, right? Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain like the state of mind.
You kind of go
writing.
away.
It's like sometimes I'm in a trance.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you go away. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go away. And next thing I know, like I was trying to come up with a whole brand new form of literature. Mm-hmm. Took it somewhere. The owner at the place came up to me, asked me, "Do you know who Arthur Rimbaud is?" I'm like, "No." He told me to go home, listen to him. The same idea for character out his Season of Hell was like character development for me. Mm-hmm. Then I'm at the library. These librarians are telling me it reminds them of Paradise Lost. Mm-hmm. I never read of John Milton, heard any of these writers. Mm-hmm. And it was like me getting smacked in the face. I'm sitting there like I was trying to do something original, found out that symbolism was actually a type of poetry. Now, that was all that other stuff, so don't know, like I'm hard to explain when I get into writing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's hard for all of us to explain like how we have honed our gifts, and how we know what we know without knowing what we know, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's not that brain function. It's not about knowledge.
It's not a brain functioning thing at all.
Exactly.
My mom made a comment one day, she's like, "Who knows, you can be a reincarnation of one of those guys."
Yeah.
And I sat there, I'm like, "Mom, that's the last thing you want to say, because with them being Christians and everything, like you don't."
Oh wow!
Sat there and laughed.
Yeah.
Well, just be
So
very.
like those names of writers, those
Yeah.
are the last thing you want your little boy to be compared to
Yeah.
Well, but I also
or be
think that
reincarnated of.
I also think that we, as both light workers and artists, we tap into a collective channel where artists that came before and artists that will come after live. And sometimes
Yeah.
you're channeling somebody else's energy without even realizing that you're doing it, channeling their, or sometimes their spirit is helping you as you're writing your thing. I mean, if you're a channel, all kinds of different things can happen while things are happening. So
Yeah, I call it the etheric file cabinet.
yeah, right, exactly. So you never
Yeah.
quite know what's happening, but you definitely need to keep writing, my friend, and thinking about the spiritual, properties of your writing as you're writing, because that's very, very important. And we thank you for the call. And
I just want to say one more thing. So as you're moving into that paranormal, because you're wanting to visit places, be very selective.
yes,
Okay. Let that be guided, just like your writing has been guided,
Mhm.
right? Let that be guided. Be very selective about where you're going and set your intent before you enter.
I agree.
Okay. This is not just fun and games. Okay.
Yeah.
This is, you need to be very mindful. I don't want to say like, oh, you need to protect yourself.
Well, you do. You always
but
need to protect yourself.
You do. And really the best way to protect yourself is just your own vibration, where you're at. But if you set your intent before you enter a place and you allow yourself to be guided to a specific place, then not only will it serve you and you'll be safe and all will be well and dandy, but you'll also get some really good material for your writing. That's what I see. Like, it's really going to bridge
Yeah,
what you're trying to create. It's going to be that kind of missing piece.
I agree. Renee, we're coming for you. Renee's up next. If you want to get on with us, 818-437-0886. If you wonder why I look like this during the show, because I'm getting your messages and your texts and I'm putting them on the list, and I'm putting everybody on the list and I'm keeping track of it, and my phone falls and clunks a lot. Renee, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Great. It's so good to have you here. What's on your mind?
Glad
Say
to-
hi to Rebecca, and how may we help you?
Hello, love.
Hello, Rebecca. Hi. I was just wondering if you're getting anything for me for my personal life over the next, for the rest of this year.
Oh, you mean your romantic life?
Yeah.
Well, well, you said personal life in such a ladylike
Yeah.
way. I mean, that could have been anything, right? I mean, that could have been, am I going to accidentally cut my finger off? Or do I get $300 off Rebecca's weekend, even though I don't have a penis? I mean, it could be anything. That's really been heavy on your mind, huh? The romance. Romance is kind of gnawing at your heart.
Yep. Lately, yes. I've been single for quite a bit, and I think I'm ready to finally see what's out there. But I'm just wondering if you see anything for me.
Yeah. I see that this is a time where you have been and are really working on yourself. And that's good. That this has sort of been the time for you to have a little bit of a love affair with you, which again is good. And that's ultimately what's going to bring the right person in. It's not so much about going out to find a love life as it is to really find the love life with you and know the universe will send you the right person that is sort of your soul flame, your twin soul flame. I just said twin flame. I'm the corniest person ever now, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's because I feel like
Yes.
in the past with you've sort of gone out and sought relationships, and then ultimately they turned out to not be what you wanted. And so now is
Yeah.
the time to let the right person come to you. Does that make sense? Because, you've had some experiences that didn't make you very happy.
That's true. But most of my relationships have been complete happenstances. It wasn't something where not like being on some kind of website or something. But
Oh, no, I didn't mean like that. No. No, I meant
But
I meant spiritual
right.
intention, not I'm every night I'm on, match.com trying to get lucky. I meant, the spiritual intention of I'm ready to be in a relationship now.
yes, I have been setting that intention. I was just seeing if you felt something for that as well.
Yeah, I do. But I think it's going to take a little tiny bit longer than you think. And you're like, oh God, it's been long enough. I know. But I think it's because I think that there's a little bit more sort of tweaks that you have to make to you until you become the person that's ready for this wonderful person who's coming in. Does that make sense?
It does. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yep. Rebecca?
Yeah, it's like you have one hand saying come a little bit closer, and the other hand holding them away. Like there's like an armor, a barrier, like protection is the word that keeps coming. So yeah, is there something that you're like afraid of, that you're feeling a need to protect, guard, defend? That's what I'm sensing. You don't have to say it live on air here, but you just does that make sense to you?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to explore that further, because if that's, maybe I have something like that going on.
Yeah, there's just and it's not I don't even see it as tied to like a relationship that you had, like you were wounded and now you are protecting, now you have an armor from that particular like intimate relationship. I see it as more of like a childhood thing, and it's just like a little piece. It's not a big one, but it is a piece that is that life, the universe wants you to clear so that you can have that relationship that you really 100% want, and allow that love to completely inhabit you, you know, versus to kind of like life wants you to swim in the deep end, you know, life wants you in the deep end. Yeah. And you're ready for that deep end, but there's just this little bit of fear, this little bit of protection, this little bit of mistrust of love itself, that you are holding yourself just a little, or holding it just away from you, just a bit. Like I said, it's not a big one, and it doesn't really have to do with any intimate relationship, in terms of, you know, it's really more of a childhood thing. So yeah, explore that. I don't know if this is hitting anything for you yet, but explore that.
Yeah, no, I think I need to explore that a little bit. I need to go, because you're right. I have been taking this time for myself and finding a more, my family and I were very energy driven people. And my niece is definitely a star child and a light worker. And we can, I'm just trying to, I've been working on that for myself, I guess, for a while here. So,
and that's good.
I appreciate everything that you said.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and that's good. Everything you've been doing is perfect and wonderful, and you really are in the perfect place. Like I see all doors open. There's just this little kind of armor around your heart. That's all. Just a little, a little bit. So
yeah,
it's gonna break open beautifully. It's gonna break open beautifully, and it's going to clarify who you attract to you, because you'll be saying yes to more. And that's what you really want. You want the more. You want the deep end.
I was going to say, if I may be blunt, because this is the bluntest Lightworkers Unite ever. It's like there's this kind of love, sweetheart, that you have envisioned for most of your life. But the thought of it actually happening also kind of scares the crap out of you.
I was just going to say, that's so funny.
Do you know what I mean? It's so huge and it's so what you want. It's like storybook romance. But then at the same time, you're like, oh God, I don't know. Can I do that? Is that possible? Can that happen? Because it scares you. And it's, you know, it's normal. It's normal for it to scare you, because it's scary to think of something that huge and that beautiful. So just keep in mind that you have to remember that the universe is oftentimes a reflection of your intentions. You know, it's like I always use this analogy. So if the universe is our parent, which is kind of how I like to think of a big, loving, amazing, warm parent, like the parent that I had, you can't get mad Christmas morning when you don't get the bicycle if you didn't tell mom you wanted the bicycle. So if mom's got, 60 billion other children and doing the Christmas list for everyone, and everyone's getting what they asked for, but you didn't ask for anything. So she's like, a football. And then you're upset because you didn't get the bicycle, but you didn't ask for the bicycle. So it's kind of like that. You have to really make what you want in others the reflection of what you put out, and you have to ask for what you want. And if you don't, then oftentimes you just sort of get, what mom had in the closet that she hadn't put everybody else's name on. And that just described every one of my romantic relationships. Rebecca's laughing because she knows it's true. Because I didn't realize that you have to actually say to the universe, this is what I want, not just, oh, I don't care, just pick me out something. That doesn't really doesn't really work like that. So, but I think
it can.
it doesn't. Yeah, it can, but it doesn't work out.
Fun.
So I think that because of that, sweetie, you've got this idea of what it is that you really, really, really want, but you just have to make sure that you make it clear to the universe. This is what I want. This is what I can handle. This is what I've been doing the work for. This is what I've prepared myself for. Now bring that beautiful person my way. Does that make sense?
It surely does. I appreciate you too.
And we appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you
Thanks.
for the wonderful call. You take care of you, and please stay in touch. You've got my phone, and let me know how it's going and if it happens, because we love to hear that story.
Yeah.
It was a crazy show today. We're a little crazy today. I'm always a little crazy when I'm with you. What is it with you that makes me crazy? Something. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna get Amanda on the phone. We just go right from one to the next, huh?
Is that not what you normally do?
It's always what I do, but I always point it out because I know that your background's a little different than mine. So you don't come from a background of like bringing them in and I'm bringing them out and I'm bringing them in and I'm bringing them out. It's very nice of you to do them here with me. You do such a great job.
Well, I was trained by Madre Sarita. She was,
and she brought them in and out.
oh yeah, and she worked fast.
Yeah.
She was always telling me, faster, Mia.
Yeah, I'm a faster. I'm gonna get them in, get them out.
Yeah.
I'll call my best friend. She's like, "What'd you do today?" And I'm like, "I had 10 clients." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I had 10 clients." Basically got up at 9:00 and I worked till 1. It's all right in the morning. When people need help, you help the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm just in service all the time. We're coming for you, Amanda. Welcome to the show, Amanda. How are you?
Hello. Okay. Good. How are you?
Great to hear from you.
Good to hear from you.
How may say hi to Rebecca and how may we help you, my friend?
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hello, love.
So, recently I've had someone pass in my life who was very important to me and very important to the world. And everybody loved him. And he passed. I didn't want to get emotional. I was thinking it was a lot of time had passed, so I was going to get emotional. Hold on a second.
You can get emotional as much as you want here, sweetheart. You're so loved here, and it's all friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted me. He's been telling me because I've seen that you're doing your live show, but since he was very important in the world, he has a message from the other side. Because I do spirit writing, automatic writing. I'm psychic also, a medium also. I picked up things. I don't know. I picked up that he was going to die last year. And I couldn't tell him, I just was so worried about him every time I didn't hear from him. So after he was in a coma, and he came to me while he was still in a coma. And are y'all still there?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Of course.
And so I already knew he passed, but he was still on life support in coma, and nobody had known that he'd passed yet, but he was already coming to visit me.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, he's like, he hasn't left me. Like, he's with me every single day. I physically can feel him. I guess you know what a spectrophiliac is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I can, so he's like my boyfriend. He's like my spirit boyfriend now.
Okay. Did you know him as an embodied human?
Yes, we were dating.
Oh, okay.
We very much loved each other.
Okay. Well, then that's perfectly normal. I mean, I think it even happens sometimes if you didn't know somebody in the real world. But if this is actually the real world, I think this might be the matrixy world. But I think that's perfectly normal to carry on a love affair with someone after they die. I mean, I don't think that that's in any way odd or strange. Do you think it's strange?
I don't think it's strange at all, because I mean, it's not the first time, but he's the strongest because, like, I really, really loved him, and he loved me too. But there was a thing. It's because he was very prominent in the Black community, and I'm white. And if it really would have got out, you know, that he was dating a white girl, it might not have, like, flown too well with the Black community. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and now he sees that that's totally stupid. You know what I mean? And he, you know, he wishes he could take it all back. You know what I mean?
Of course. I'm sure, sweetheart. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that he wishes he could take it all back.
But anyway, he wanted to relay a message.
Right. Okay.
It was John Singleton. I just have to let you know it was John Singleton.
Okay.
Everybody knows who he is.
Sure. I figured.
Right. So, the thing he said, because he was talking to me a lot, and then I was gonna, you know, stop talking to him for a second. He goes, "Oh, one more thing." He goes, "I have to tell you." He said, "Energy makes the world go round. Make as much positive energy that you can, and tell everyone to put out positive energy that also keeps away the darkness." He said, "Be positive, laugh, love, and be happy."
It's beautiful.
So,
yeah.
He wanted to make sure that I told everybody that, because he wasn't even off life support when he told me that.
Wow. Well, but he already could see the other side.
Oh, I told him, I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm on the other side," and it's so strange.
Yeah. Yeah. He rode that line between this world and the next while he was in the coma. Not everybody in a coma does. Most people in a coma do. But he was already feeling the energy of both places. That's exactly what I brought back from my near-death experience. So I know what it's like to be home and what it feels like to come back. So let's talk about you for a second, sweetheart. So how are you holding up, and how are you dealing with this? Because obviously it's wonderful he's with you all the time. You know, as my mother, 45 minutes after she died, joined me, and it's wonderful that she's with me all the time. But it's also, devastating that she's dead. So how are you dealing three-dimensionally with the fact that you don't have him in the real world anymore?
Well, it's like I miss his text and, the little things like that, like the good mornings and things like that. But I could pick up a pen, being that I can do psychic writing, I could pick up a pen anytime I want, basically, and he could tell me good morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But so I told him, I was like, I told him, after he passed, I'm like, "But baby, I can't talk to you anymore. We can't text anymore." He goes, "Babe, we're texting right now."
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
And that's true, sweetheart. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I encourage you to stay in touch with him, and he will always be special to you. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that there will come a time when he will tell you it's time for you to move on, or he will need to move on, and that you're going to resist him when that day comes, but you have to listen to him. He's telling me that, universe is telling me that when that day comes, you have to listen.
No, I know. And he's already kind of separated himself a little bit, because the first 2 weeks, it was like he was here all the time, and it was all consuming. And then it's like he went away for a little bit, and then I was like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm right here. I'm here. I haven't left you, but you need some time." And he's really good for me too, because on the other side now, he watches me. He tells me, he goes, the first couple of weeks I was just down and just on social media, and he's like, "Babe, get off social media. Get off. Get up and do something. Get up, do something." Mm-hmm. And he tells me, "Don't get on social media until tonight. Promise me." And I'm like, okay. And then I'll be just at the clock. It's almost 6 o'clock. Can I get on? Okay, he can finally get on. So he's like my guardian angel.
Yes.
And it's great that I can hear him. Some people can't hear other people, and I'm really blessed and grateful that I have that gift, you know, so he's still in my ear and helping me, and he's great with business, and he's like helping with my business and my partner, and I know he's helping, and also I have someone that likes me, that's liked me for a while, and I'm kind of scared of love, and he told me, he says, let him love you. Let him love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I'm like, okay, you know? Okay. You know?
Now, has he talked to you about, because he's talking now about how important it is that you tell the story of the difficulties that you faced being an interracial couple, and his reluctance to tell people that
Yes.
he loved you because you were Caucasian, because he's
Yes.
saying that that's a story that needs to be told, because we
Exactly.
think we think we've grown past that in our society, but we still have so much work to do, he's saying.
You're right.
And
you
you-
know, because
And you can be the
it's
one
so
to tell
sad.
that
It is
story.
sad because I thought we overcame that. I have a black child. I have a daughter, and she's black. Her father is Ty Bridges. And I
Okay.
thought that we got through that, you know, as a society. But I can't date someone that's black, that's prominent in the black community, because other black people frown upon that. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it's like, that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
That any race frowns upon anybody dating any other kind of race.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to tell you, I've dated all over the human spectrum. And anybody that you date, somebody has a problem with you because you're dating them. I mean, I've dated people from small towns whose parents didn't like that I was a city person. You know, I've dated women who didn't like, their lesbian friends didn't like that I was bisexual. I've dated a man of color whose people of color friends didn't like that I wasn't. I've dated Jewish guys whose families didn't like that I was Irish. I mean, we need to stop this, because we need to be
Right.
encouraging people to love and not discouraging them from loving. So,
Right.
and he says, John says, you have to be the one to tell the story, because,
I know.
and he's going to help you as a storyteller. You know, you guys are the perfect pair,
I know,
right?
he's amazing.
He's a
He's the
storyteller
perfect one.
and you're a psychic.
He's the perfect
So
one. I
it's
love
the
him.
perfect story for you to tell this story, because you're the perfect combination of psychic and storyteller. I mean, that's a deadly, beautiful, ass-kicking match.
I know. He's my ghostwriter.
Yep, exactly.
I love that.
But you have to listen to him when he tells you, sweetheart, that you have to go out and have relationships in the three-dimensional world, and not just lovers, but friends.
I do. I but I enjoy being with him also. But I do. The guy that likes me is actually in a different state, so it's kind of difficult. But we'll see each other,
Okay.
and I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, just checking. Rebecca?
Yeah. So on that note of the physical, pay attention to your body. There is that, there is that call of your physicality, of what it needs. You know, just like it needs food, it needs that physical touch, and
I know.
that interaction. And it's a little bit starved right now. And he's encouraging that. So it's that piece of you that is kind of more comfortable in the etheric. That's the part that it's not just like you're a little afraid of love. It's like you're a little afraid of that human to human. It's the human realm that you don't quite
Right.
trust, right? And
I'd
so
rather be alone with my spirit.
right. And that awareness of, as he said, energy makes the world go round, right? The other piece of that, and it's an awareness that you have, that he has, that so many have, but don't quite know how to apply it to the human realm. We get distracted by the physical, by that veil that we see, that we're seeing with our eyes, the matter, the skin we're in, right? But even that very dense matter is energy, right? It's not just that energy makes the world go round, it's that everything is energy. Everything.
Oh, and I can totally feel his energy.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. And so that's the in terms of writing and telling that story, that's that message, and that's the medicine of really bringing it to light, of lifting that veil that people can see everything is energy, period. Right? And I mean, good luck.
Right.
I mean, how many how many have attempted to teach this lesson? And just one at a time is what I keep hearing right now. Just one at a time, one word at a time, one page at a time,
Right.
one book at a time, one person at a time. And little by little, it changes until you have the big shift, right? You have enough people that come on board that the consciousness shifts. But it is that piece about everything is energy, and yet the juxtaposition to that is something that's very personal to you, which is yes, everything is energy, and you also live in a bag of skin that needs
It's
some
a terrible
loving.
thing to say about my body, Rebecca.
Well, anyway, I mean, we all do. We all have the skin that we're in, and it requires the material. So don't neglect that. Don't neglect that. Don't neglect that human connection. Okay,
Yeah.
with the living. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
No, I understand that. I know. But the guy that likes me, he's not in this state. So
right, exactly. How not
So
quite.
until then.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll find your way with that. You'll
Yep,
find your way with
you
that.
will.
Yeah.
We wish you the best, sweetie, and we love you, and we thank you so much for the call. And I'm so sorry for your loss, and our hearts are with you. And I wish you the best of luck, making the best of a bad situation, and sharing these messages that you want to share, and that he so much wants you to share. I think that's beautiful, and I think you're wonderful, and we appreciate you, and you are appreciated. Beautiful. Always so many different calls, and everyone is so beautiful in its own way. It's really wonderful. Thank you for helping me spread the light today.
Yeah.
So I'm just loving this.
Love it.
All right, so we're gonna get
Except I just referred to everyone's human bodies as a bag of skin.
yeah.
I kind of like the metaphor myself.
Just reminds me of how my body looks when I'm looking at myself naked in the mirror. Valerie, we're coming for you. You're next, my friend.
Well, I'm seeing it like like the suitcase, like it's like the traveler's.
Yeah, it is.
Nap,
You're right. It is
right?
a bag of skin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a beautiful analogy. All right, we're going to get Valerie on with us. If you want to get on the air with us, text me 818-437-0886. And so I have your number, and we will call you when your number comes up. When your number's up, kid. Valerie, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. Just a bunch of hi Rebecca.
Hello, Valerie.
Just been dealing with a lot of problems. I mean, I've been having since I was, young with my parents, but I mean, it's just been after one or the other. Sorry.
That's okay.
So sorry, sweetie.
It's just like I keep trying to push, and it's just I've met my match right now, and
Oh, honey, we know.
I'm just like wondering, if it's just always gonna be like this, or sorry.
No. It's okay. We're here for that. Crying is okay. That's why we're here, for you to be able to get it out, sweetie, and for others to be able to hear your story and theirs, and everyone empathize with each other. That's how we all come together. So I appreciate you being so honest and doing this with us.
Yeah. So basically, I'm just wondering if, later on in the future or something, that I will be able to overcome this situation that has got me to the point where I don't want to keep going.
Oh, sweetheart. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, the easy answer is yes, absolutely. This is going to pass, and I know this is such a hard time, and I know it's hard to rationalize and understand why it happened, but it is definitely just temporary,
Yeah. One of my main issues is basically that I gave birth to two, my son and then my daughter, and 1 month they removed my son from my care because we took him to the emergency room, and because we couldn't explain how it happened, they took him away from me.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
So when I had my daughter, they were aware, and everything was fine until, I called the cops on a neighbor, and they arrested him for assault with a deadly weapon against me and my daughter, and she was 6 days old at that time. And the social worker came and took my daughter. And they said because of a neglect, but nothing happened to my daughter. So I'm like in court trying to fight this. I've done everything, and I just feel lost.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Have you been able to see your son, sweetheart?
No, they don't. They don't give me visitation. Not even for my daughter. I haven't seen her since she was a month.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know this is so hard, and I know it's so hard to try to understand why it happened. I don't even have an answer for why it happened, except to say that sometimes just dark things happen to good people. I mean, sometimes things happen that are not terrific, and we grow from them. Hopefully we become stronger, and at the same time we become softer. But I know that's a cold comfort when you want to see your kids and you can't. But I can tell you that if you keep at the system, then you keep pursuing it, you will be able to see your kids. You're gonna turn this around. It's just gonna take some time.
Yeah, because I've been trying. I've also been getting dreams, of having my kids. Even before my kids were born, I had a dream that I had like a girl and a boy, and then I had them, and it's been just so difficult because when I was growing up, my parents treated me like really bad, and I just had a really harsh, being young, and I got out of that, became a nurse, I don't talk to my family or nothing. So it's been like a uphill battle, like right after the other. And it's like,
sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So tell me, because you have to be strong so that you can be there for your kids. So what are you doing right now to take care of you, to keep yourself strong during this difficult time?
Well, I just been continue going to work, but I don't feel like I'm strong at this point because I tried to seek for on counseling, and the social workers tell me I can't do any counseling because then I would be considered mentally incapable of taking care of my own kids. I've lost everything because of them. I even went to jail, and then the judge released me. It's like I've tried to keep pushing myself. I try to, for my kids, that's the only thing I keep thinking. I have other problems too, but my kids right now are just the ones that are, I just feel numb. I don't feel like it's strength. I feel like it's more, I'm just trying to block everything out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, sweetheart. But you need to make sure that you don't shut off. Because you need to be there to send that energy to your kids, and also you need to be there for yourself so that you can have the strength to fight this.
Yeah.
And there's more than meets the eye at play here. This is why it's tough for Sheena to even say why it happened, and there's more at play here. And I really want to help you, sweetheart. So. I'm just going to ask you to reach out to me. You can go through Sheena, and she'll give you my contact info.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
But I'm going to help you. All right. Because go ahead.
I kept watching on the live thing, and I kept, I don't know if it's kind of odd to say, but I kept looking back at Rebecca. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like a type of connection, or I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, we need to do a little desalojo, sweetheart. Okay. I immediately when you connected on the phone, I saw smoke, sage, cleansing. So we need to do that. Yeah. We need to do that to your body and to your home, because there's an energy that's been planted there and in you.
I I know there's something here as well because I mean, even when I was at my parents' house, I used to have very bad dreams where I would wake up paralyzed. I would have dreams of like an Indian running around in circles in the house, and by the time I would try to reach him, I would do one lap and he would done like 10,000 times. Here I've been felt like something's grabbing my hand, and you know, my husband, when at that moment when I felt something pull me, I had woken up and he threw himself on the floor saying that he was running from something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't, this is what my grandmother would call an unnatural. Unnatural, meaning this isn't your own creation.
No.
And so it's this we have to clear this energy because this is what keeps attracting
Absolutely.
these problems.
And know, sweetheart, a couple things. Know that you're not a bad person.
No, you are not.
You are of the light, and God loves you. Know that you are not, this is not your fault. This is not something that you caused, and that this is a thing that can be overcome. And if you just hang on to those 3 or 4 little mantras, that's going to help you so much. Because right now you feel like you're spinning, you feel like you're hopeless, you feel like you don't think there's anything you can do to make this better, and that's not true love. All right? And we're going to help you get through this.
Yeah, and immediately what I need you to do is text to Sheena, like your full name, and also the full name of your children. Okay, and then if you have a photograph in which I can see your eyes, that will be really helpful, and I'll immediately start working with you. Okay?
And send me photographs of the kids or whatever
and
you've
the
got.
kids too,
Because I'll make sure to get with all my Lightworkers Unite folks, and we'll start a prayer circle for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's going to take more than one of us.
Yeah, it takes a village to raise you up into the light.
Yeah, but we're with you. We're with you, love, okay?
We are, and we're going to take care of you. Thank you so much for the phone call, sweetheart. We love you, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you get better so that you can get your kids back.
Yeah, really glad you reached out, love.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Wow.
Yeah.
It's it feels good to help people. You okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, Rebecca, want to spend a fun afternoon with me solving everyone's problems for 2 hours? I know. Thank you. I'm so honored that you're here. All my light workers, I'm so honored that they come here. My friend Alex May.
What am I going to do with my bag of skin?
Before we start our shows, he does these with me. Before we start, he always goes, it's time for the crying. Because I think there's just something about me that I attract the people that need love. My mother had that too, and I'm so honored to have that. I don't say that as a complaint, but as the fact that I'm completely honored that that's what I do. All right, Danielle, you're up next, honey. We're coming for you. We're going to get you on right now. So Danielle is up. Lori's on deck. Have I texted Lori? I don't know. I have to let her know. Did I text Danielle and let her know she was next? I don't know. I think I did. Danielle, are you with us?
Hello?
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's good.
I am.
Danielle's here. Yay!
Yeah.
I did it. I don't think I have with Lori.
That tranquilized brain worked after
I
all.
took a tranquilizer earlier today. I'm confessing.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
We're so thrilled to have you here. What can we do for you, my friend?
Nothing.
Well, good. Then let's go
know,
home.
Good night, Danielle. We're going to dinner. Good night, everybody. Good night.
I just like, the spiritual talk. I'm actually meeting with Belle this Monday, Memorial Day coming up.
Oh, my friend Belle Salisbury? Yes, she's wonderful.
Yes. And can you still hear me?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, I had to take my headphones off. And so, I don't even really have any questions. I've been doing really good. My past full moon, I just got initiated by my shaman.
Beautiful.
The first of his lineage, and it was crazy intense. I walked in there, and within the first 10 minutes, I looked at him. I said, "Mike, what did you do to this room?" And he was like, "Why? What are you feeling? What are you seeing?" And I was like, I started seeing, like, you know how, like, you see floaters?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were yellow and they were sparkly.
Mm.
And I told him that, and he says, "You're seeing energy."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What?" Oh man, it was so awesome and everything, and hearts and many blessings to the lady that was just on before me.
Yes.
I will
Thank
send
you.
some prayers and stuff out for her. And I just want to appreciate what you and Rebecca do. You know what I mean? I love you guys. Raise the vibration, sending hearts out to everybody.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I just want to show my appreciation for all you light workers out there.
Aren't you lovely?
I have
Thank
many
you,
of them,
sweetheart.
many friends everywhere.
Oh,
So.
thank you, love. I don't, as I said, and I've said this every time we do this, I don't, and Rebecca knows this because she's one of my dearest, I don't really know what I'm going to do with Lightworkers Unite, but I know I'm going to do something. There's a reason why I'm gathering all these beautiful people, and I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something utterly gorgeous, and it just feels good to be working alongside these people that are so beautiful.
It does. And that's a long-term growth for me, you know. And I've been doing all my practices that my shaman have gave me, and I'm telling you, when you really put it out there to the universe, like you said, what you want, you know, your life goes in that direction. You stay positive, and it goes in that direction. And my life is going in a complete 360 right now. And my boyfriend just got a job after almost a year. He's going to work at Lockheed Martin, making good money, and I was like, you know, it's because of my practices, right?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, I just want to I put it out there. I had something to say about the relationship thing too.
Sure.
You gotta, love yourself first. You know what I mean? And the right one will come along. I mean, love is everything. So I'm just so happy to be honest.
Oh my God, we're loving having you, sweetheart, and we really appreciate you. And thank you so much for the call. And you keep doing your good spirit work because you have so many gifts and you're so important in this world. And we're so glad that you're on our Lightworker team. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Yes, thank you. And I really feel that too. And I'm so glad I came down the path that I did. I had to go through a lot of struggles to come to the realization, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I can't wait until the day that I'm able to help everybody. You know,
you already are.
As much people as I can, anyway.
Yeah.
You already are.
You're already helping people. Look how you help people just now by saying those wonderful things. You're fantastic, my friend, and we're so thankful for you.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going with that. I mean, clearly you're on this path of training, and you've been initiated.
Yep, and expanding and awakening.
Just remember that part of your training is to do what you just did, to call in and say, well, I have nothing to ask for myself, but I have something to give. That's part of your training.
Yep.
You know, it's not just showing up with our hands open to receive. It's showing up with our hearts open to give.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We love you. Stay in touch. Let us know how your journey is going. Lori, we're coming for you. You're next. I'm trying to make sure that I get enough in before we have to go because I want to get as many callers in as possible.
I love it. We're doing
so we
great.
can help more people. We really are. Yeah, this is our 7th. So that's good. So we're going to have Lori. If we have time for one more, it's going to be you, Heather. You're next. Lori, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you? Hi.
Hi, Sheena. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
It's wonderful to talk to you.
I'm calling from Canada, by the way.
Oh,
Canada.
We love that. We love Canada.
Yes.
So, I had the question about work for you.
Okay.
I was working, and before my 3-month probation came up, they let me go. So now I'm searching for another job.
Good. Oh, I say good only because I'm sorry they let you go, sweetheart. But there were energies at that place that were not right for you.
I know. I have a thing where I go out. I feel I don't know what I am, but I've been told about my grandmother dying about a week before she passed. I have had visitors that have told me family members have passed. I have died giving childbirth. So I don't know what I am, but I do have spirits that visit me.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, honey, you're gifted. That's what you are. You're a medium.
Okay. But yeah, mine is more, I knew the job wasn't right for me. I didn't think I'd be staying there. I'd be looking for a new job. But it's been a difficult month for my family.
Of course. Yeah, there were some folks there whose energies just really did not sit well with yours. And it would have become a place of great drama, and you don't need that.
And draw.
Yes, that's what it seemed like. It was high school. It felt like I was in high school again, and it was a clique. You know, you had to be in the right group. You had to, it was just, you know, drama's not my thing.
No. And whenever that cliquishness and that the ego-driven insecurity starts, there's always someone who doesn't like you.
Yes.
You don't fit well in that environment.
Yes, and I keep my friends very small. I don't have big groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I know it's been a hard month for your family, but man, they did you the biggest favor by letting you go.
Yes.
Because like Rebecca said, a draw, like you would have been so drained all the time.
And that's what I was getting the last couple of weeks there. Like, I just didn't fit in. The one got me fired, you know, because she did not like me, and she knew the owner and was well tight with them. And I'm happy I'm out of there because I'm not going through that, you know, drama in high school. But I'm just wondering, I put out 189 resumes in the last 3 weeks. So I'm just wondering, you know, am I going to get something?
Of course, yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely you are. And just it's important for that door to completely fling open, and especially the door that you want to just, there's still just like a little like hurt, a little betrayal in here, a little energy that you're kind of carrying around from this experience. So it's important that you clear that out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And how would, like, I sage my home, like I sage myself, you know?
Yeah, I'm seeing it more in your body than in your home.
White light, meditating.
Yeah. Yeah. And really, I just see an emotional release. You know, I mean, we can sage all day long, but until we're really willing to release the emotion, that channel, the poison that we took in, right? We have to let it bleed out. And that's what I'm seeing. You took in some poison, and you've got to let that bleed out.
Yeah.
And most likely the reason you took that poison in is because it touched some place inside of you, some old place. You know, you referred to high school drama. So, you know, that little high school self got touched, got activated. And that's the one that took in the poison. So that's who you need to go to, your little high school self. Okay. Go to her, hold her hand, let it bleed out. You be the adult in that relationship between you and her, and you tell her the truth. You tell her what's up. You know, because it wasn't you exactly that took the poison. It was that younger self. Does that make sense?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I would love for you, when you're saging, to do some lavender as well. Some lavender bundles, or do sage bundles that have lavender in them, because there's a purification that needs to happen, and the sage does that, but there's also a filling up of warmth. And also, do you have do you work with crystals?
I wear my crystals all the time. I have my chakra crystals, and then I have a cross that has blue topaz in it.
Okay. Do you have a black tourmaline and a selenite?
Yes.
I would like for you to sleep with those under your pillow for a while, and when you're just watching TV at night or whatever, just hold one in each palm of your hand.
Okay.
And just love on those a little bit for a little while. That would be nice.
I can do that.
Because there's some negativity, that's sort of residual negativity, sort of stuck in a little bit in your throat chakra, because you sort of felt at that workplace like you weren't being listened to and you weren't being heard. You didn't have a voice, and a little bit in your heart chakra from the disappointment. So just let's use a little. Let's scrub those out with a little selenite, a little black tourmaline.
Yeah, the back of the heart.
Okay.
And this is gonna sound strange. Clean your car. Do a little smudging around in and around your car as well.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah,
not a problem.
Cool.
Thank you, my friend. You're in good shape, and we're going to take care of you and say lots of prayers for you. And we appreciate the call, and we're so thankful. And that's our show. How about that?
Well,
that was crazy. That was easy. It just flew by. I could do it for another 4 hours. We
Yeah.
could just sit here
Let's go.
till we grew beards.
Let's go. Or penises.
Yes, I'm going
to
to grow a
discount.
penis. Yeah. I'm going to use a trick with mirrors to make it seem like it's much bigger and then pass it off as a penis. Where can people find you and find out about your exciting thing that's happening?
Yes. So my website is RebeccaHaywood.com. And you can find me on social media pretty much everywhere as at Shaman Sister. And tune in for the Shameless Heart retreat that's coming up August 1st through 7th with an optional extension till the 10th to the beautiful Tolantongo Springs, where we are going to bathe in the waterfalls.
So are you definitely doing that? And some people can come and some can't?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I already have 4 of us are already going to the springs. Okay. So we already have a beautiful crew that we're just going to go and play.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
so
wonderful.
Yeah, but Teotihuacan, Mexico. That's where we're going, and it's a magical place. And please, everybody, I'm giving $300 off to all men because, that's what the mother told me to do. I have a relationship with the Divine Mother, and I do not disobey her.
And the Divine Mother told Rebecca that white men haven't had enough for free. They need to get a $300 discount on their spirituality now, too.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly the message, but yes. But y'all, all you men, you need to be there. She wants you there. That's why she's just trying to just open the door for you a little bit more. But this part's coming from Rebecca that, if you really want to be there on this journey, please just reach out to me. Everybody that knows me, everybody that works with me knows that I do everything that I can to help you make that happen.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
and
don't let money stop you.
What do I have coming up? Well, of course, I'm going to start pastoring the a New Age interfaith service at the Founders MCC Church in Hollywood, starting on Saturday, June 15th. We're calling it Saturday Night Spiritual. No matter what you believe, come out. It's going to be for you, and I'm so excited to be a part of the wonderful staff of pastors that run this church. I'm just completely honored. No, I'm not wearing a robe yet. And not the first one, but I might at some point. I would be lying if I said I hadn't eyed them on Etsy.
Can I go robe shopping with you?
Yes, I've eyed them on Etsy. So that is exciting. And then June 28th, 29th, and 30th, I will be in Dallas teaching a seminar called Aspects of Spiritual Awareness with Sheena Metal. 3 workshops. We're going to do some other fun stuff. I'll be doing one-on-one sessions with folks during the day and at night. And I'm excited to go back to Dallas. And then I believe June 23rd, we're about to nail down, I will be doing my next Raising the Vibration gathering at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. So that'll be on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm very excited to be doing that. And, Patty and I will have another Antiques Go show coming up. Carolyn and I will have another Get Altered coming up. I have those wonderful web series at wearealtered.com and livingwiththedead.com. And I'm just, adding more things every day. I might even do something with Rebecca.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm cooking up the Shameless Feminine series here in town. So we're cooking that up. And I'm also, men, are you ready? Let's do this. Shameless Masculine. Yeah. Why not? Because y'all carry way too much guilt.
Because men need more stuff for free.
No, they need less. No, not for free. But
Rebecca and I are going to do one called a seminar called Free If You've Got a Dick. And just basically...
Wait, let's clarify what's free.
All for men.
Have a dick.
And we're going to start out by saying that we believe in the history of humanity, that white men haven't had enough. So please let us give you some more.
I knew someone was going to give me shit over that.
You knew it was going to be me.
Of course.
Of course it was going to be me. I mean, come on. That's it. I'm going to show up and go, hello, Rebecca. My name is Jose, and I would like $300 off, please. I'm going to wear a mustache and a big hat. Yeah, I want to go to Mexico for $300 off.
I would give it to you.
And you would give it to me.
Just for your wonderful
I know,
impersonation.
Even if I didn't show you my dick.
No, and really, there is no inspection. I do not need to actually. Don't send me dick pics.
No, please send those to me. I would like those.
Oh, well. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm at SheenaMetalExperience.com, LATalkRadio.com. I am raisingthevibration.com, sheenametalspiritual.com, and raisingthevibration.org is my nonprofit. Everywhere. Just Google Sheena Metal. I think I'm the only one. We'll see you next time right here. It's the Sheena Metal Experience on LA Talk Radio. And you know what happens? Every Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific time, we rip the veil off the human sideshow and expose those big old Homo sapiens at their most bizarre sometimes and at their most beautiful every single day. And you know it's my show, and that's true, my friends. It is my show, but what it really is always and forever, it's your experience. Thanks for listening. Have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow right here on LA Talk Radio.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.